What's up, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Ace Attorney with an Actual Lawyer. Fuck me, are you serious?
Whoa.
No, you did that on purpose.
No!
That's pure muscle memory.
That was in my head. It was muscle memory. Wow.
All right, boot the game up. Come on, let's go.
Yeah, we gotta, you know what? What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Around the Monitor, the bi-weekly gaming news talk show where every point you make in the discussion is a point towards winning. You can catch this show live on twitch.tv/SaveDataTeam every other Friday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. And if you're watching live, you have a special job. You can use the Twitch channel points to vote along to either give or take away points. Because, folks, this is a game show about games. Whoever has the most points at the end of the show wins for that week. Joining me once again, we've got the world's #1 Psychonauts 2 fan, David.
Use Gamal. Instead of taking a pay cut, just give me Beyond Good and Evil 2, please. Thank you.
We've got the voice of the people, Rob.
Ohayou gozaimasu.
We've got the prophet of Kermit, Chris.
Yves Gilmont, take a pay cut. Fuck you.
Can he also give us Beyond Good and Evil 2, though?
I don't give a shit.
No.
Okay.
I like that yours is overwork people. Give them crunch time deadlines. Give me that game. Fuck you.
That's not what I said. That's absolutely not what I said.
And
See, that's how Ubisoft do.
And rounding out our group for tonight, we've got the hockey sticks and sickle herself, Elise.
Yves Guillemot, retire.
Yeah.
Yes, please.
Yves
Please,
Gilmont,
God.
fight me on the astral plane.
If you haven't watched this show before, which, hey, a lot of people watching live might not have, we always start the show with a trivia question to determine the talking order. In the news this week, didn't quite make the list of articles. There was a new big benchmark set by the sales of Fire Emblem Heroes. That is the Fire Emblem mobile game that Nintendo has put out.
Oh, yes, the Fat Pass.
Yes, the Fed Pass, exactly. My question to you all is, how much money has Fire Emblem Heroes made for Nintendo?
Too much.
Yeah, no, that's the obvious.
Yes.
How long has that
This
game been out?
I think 3 years, maybe 4 now.
Oh, really? I thought it
Been
was
out-
longer than that.
Maybe. It's been out a while, I know that.
Yeah, it's at least 5 years
Oh,
old.
shit. Yeah, February 2017. Holy.
Wow, yeah,
Yeah,
5 years
yeah.
old.
All right.
Yeah. Fuck. I'm gonna say 600 million.
$600 million.
That's a lot of money.
It is a lot of money. It's also a fucking gotcha game based on a Nintendo property.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do 150K.
150.
Oh, sorry, million. My
Okay,
bad. I got it.
okay. Well, I'm taking the hard end there.
Uh-huh.
150K is like $1 billion.
$1 billion.
Did you say billion with a
I did,
B?
with a B, yeah.
David, I was gonna make that joke, and then I decided not to.
Because I'm pretty sure I remember seeing that they were at like 600 or 700 million. Like, a couple
Thank you,
years ago.
sir. I'll take 850 million, please, Mr. Schneider.
I forgot you hadn't gone yet.
Yeah, the correct answer is $1 billion.
Oh my god, it is?
It just crossed $1 billion in sales, which is
That's a lot of
absolutely
fucking money.
wild. Possibly more
Yeah.
than any actual Fire Emblem game has made.
Oh,
No,
absolutely more.
No.
I'm sorry,
100% more.
Possibly?
100% more
Yeah,
than any Fire Emblem game
Yeah.
has
Are you
made.
fucking stupid?
Yeah.
Um,
Fuck you.
I think
All
the
right.
first answer was
Coming
correct.
in a little hot, my bad.
Yeah.
I will reiterate, too much money.
Yeah.
I agree.
It's buck. Well, I mean, like, yeah, and the fact that the Animal Crossing mobile game and the Mario mobile game have not made nearly that much, which is crazy.
No waifus.
It's
Yeah.
true. It's true.
It's true.
Get on it,
My
Mario.
waifus and and I bet they're doing like the summer pass like pretty
Yeah.
soon.
Yeah.
For,
Oh,
for
for
that?
sure. Oh, for sure.
Money in the bank.
You gotta get those bikini PNGs.
Exactly.
Hey. Those PNGs have slightly different stats than the other PNGs.
That's true. They do.
Back the fuck up.
But let's talk about this week's topics. We've got Niantic, the creators of Pokemon Go, has canceled 4 projects and laid off 8% of their staff. This comes alongside other great layoffs in the industry. Spellbreak Studio, the studio behind Spellbreak, has announced that the game is closing down and they're going to be acquired by Blizzard to work on World of Warcraft. Riot is going to be monitoring voice chat in Valorant to detect toxic behavior. The Master Chief Collection could start adding microtransactions years after the game has been released. Ubisoft will add sudden forest fires to the game Riders Republic to draw awareness to climate change. As well as other things that they're going to feature in Skull and Bones.
Skull and Bones.
Bones Watch.
A man bought $40,000 of Nintendo stock just to get the privilege to speak to Miyamoto on a conference call and ask what the fuck are they doing with F-Zero, which is such an amazing move, and I love it. He was then told that they're not doing anything with F-Zero. Get fucked. A QA firm behind Cyberpunk 2077 accused of misleading CD Projekt Red on the bugs in the game was called out for that earlier this week on a YouTube video. They have since clapped back saying, y'all don't understand how hard game development is. It's CD Projekt Red's fault. Or at least the higher ups at CD Projekt Red. Game devs in Quebec fear for their jobs over a new law mandating a lot more French be included everywhere in Quebec life. Yves Guillemot has cut his own paycheck by 30% for Ubisoft's low performance recently. Chris Pratt, I fucking love this headline, says his voice for Mario in the upcoming Mario movie is, quote, unlike anything you've ever heard. Whatever the fuck that means.
His voice is gonna summon Cthulhu.
Yeah. Ron Gilbert, the creator behind Monkey Island, has said that he will no longer post about the upcoming Return to Monkey Island game after he has been harassed continuously online. By Beck, just like me. And last but not least, a remake of the 2003 game 13, which I had never fucking heard of, got remade in 2020. Apparently, it was infamously bad. So they're going to remake it from the ground up again with another studio, which sounds
is this
buck
the
wild.
game with David Duchovny of X-Files fame?
Couldn't tell you. I know nothing about it.
It's like a cell shaded spy assassin game.
Yeah.
Googling.
Anyways, David, you're first in the order. What would you like to talk about for your first topic?
Oh man, let's talk Niantic and also Unity because they're in here too.
Unity was one of the major names behind this. All right, David, tell us about Layoffs.
So I believe this was yesterday, 2 days ago. Pokemon Go creator Niantic canceled like 4 projects, cut 8% of its staff, and on I believe the same day, Unity cut a bunch of their staff as well. I don't think they had any separate projects that were being spun up or anything that they killed, just overall downsizing. And man, this fucking sucks for these people. At the same time, I am not really surprised that this happened. So, well, let's hit Niantic first, since they're in the title of the article and everything. But Niantic had a real big hit in Pokemon Go, and
Sure did.
then they released other games, I believe they released 2, a Harry Potter game that got shut down within like 12 months.
Yeah.
And Pikmin Bloom, which I think is still running.
It is, but I haven't heard
I've heard people like it,
talk
but
about it.
I've heard like 2 people talk about it who are Games Press.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, they hit a fucking gold mine with Pokemon Go because you have literally the most popular and like monetarily successful media property to exist in the entire fucking world that you then put on a phone, and with a new type of game, really Ingress, which is what Niantic worked on before Pokemon Go, was the only game like that had existed, and it was their own property, so no one really played it. No one cared about it. Some people played it. They're like, this is great, and then they made Pokemon Go, which is the same thing but with Pokemon. And hey, that was successful because hey, Pokemon's really freaking cool, and everyone loves Pokemon. Even my fucking mom knows who Pikachu is. Like, She doesn't give a shit about video games. She knows who Pikachu is. Like my dad took me to go see Pokemon the first movie when I was a kid. He didn't know what the fuck was going on. Like everyone knows what Pokemon is. So of course that shit was successful. And then as someone who was applying to games industry jobs around this time, when they did Pokemon Go, they staffed the fuck up. And we're just like, hey, we're going to do all these different projects. We're hiring like hundreds of people. And they have not had any successes after. So like, this was just gonna happen in my eyes to Niantic at some point, unless they got another hit, which they haven't. So they canceled LT Drake, shout out, they canceled a Transformer project. Rest in peace to you, bro. So that's a bummer. I'm not super surprised that they canceled some of these. I honestly won't be shocked if in the next year we hear more of Niantic getting cuts, because they're just not being successful.
Yeah,
they're not hitting it. And like most of the games are relatively the same as Pokemon Go, just with different properties. So like,
it is interesting that
what are you gonna do?
The Harry Potter one didn't take off, because that is like, I think one of the at least in the top 5 most grossing IPs, but
I don't know that it is actually. I'd have to look it up.
I could be wrong. I felt like I read that it was at least it's somewhere pretty high.
It's really popular, but it's not like a gaming franchise.
That's true. That's also true.
Yeah, that's fair. And like historically speaking, outside the Lego games, does it have like really good games?
No, and even the Lego games, like I don't think were that popular.
PS1 Hagrid.
PS1 Hagrid. Bring him in.
Stone, baby.
And then I do want to touch on Unity real quick.
Yeah.
I saw someone, I think it was like Sunyama, asked if I meant Unity 3D Unity. Yes, Unity 3D Unity. Also owners of Weta and some other groups who have like 3,000, between 3,000 and 5,000 employees, which is fucking wild that they have that many.
Absolutely
for a basically singular product, which is their game engine. Like,
They
they
also
have
do
some
a
of
lot
the
of
same
military
stuff.
contracting.
Do they?
Yeah.
Oh, I
geez.
did not know that. But yeah, it's the same thing. Like the economy is also kind of in the shits right now. So like,
yes,
downsizing is probably going to happen, which is just going to make everything worse. So fucking buckle up, folks. Buckle up for the next year. But yeah, like Unity, not surprising either. They had a ton of people, and more folks are moving over to Unreal. And I don't think Unity has really been able to catch up, except for people use Unity a lot for games that are on Switch and mobile and nowhere else. That's a big Unity like stronghold. So like, yeah, I don't know. I don't know why they have that many employees, if I'm being honest. I don't understand. But
yeah,
that's where we're at. I'm sad for all these folks. I hope they find a new place to land.
Yeah.
Sometime soon.
Yeah.
My former roommate and good friend of mine, like, is my former roommate because he got a job at Unity and like moved to Montreal. So I hope he's doing okay.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I have a former coworker of mine who got a job at Niantic like 3 months ago, and luckily she was not included in the layoffs. But I was just like, oof.
Yeah.
Dang. Chris, you're up next.
Are you aware that we've lost Rob's
No, I
cam?
fixed it. I was fixing it during that.
Yeah.
What would you like to talk about?
I'll talk about stuff. I'll talk about.
Oh, sorry. Before you do, Tritopolis D gave a point to David, and Streaming Our Way gave a point to Chris because he's cute.
The collusion is real.
Yeah, no kidding.
It's a good thing there's no 1 point per person per round from one viewer.
Sunyama gave another point to David, so there we go.
Hey,
Chris, what would you like to talk about, though?
League of Legends.
Fuck.
Damn. You're fucked, Rob.
You're stepping on my joke. League of Legends, Fortnite, Call of Duty, Smash Bros. Long ago, the 4 nations of Toxicity lived in harmony, and everything changed when Valorant appeared. Valorant, I've played a lot of. Probably a couple 100 hours, maybe? I don't know, something like that. Valorant is by far the most toxic video game I have ever played, ever. I have been to FGCs. I have seen Smash people in real human life. I have played thousands of hours of League of Legends. Valorant is so fucking toxic. It's insane. And it's because you have a mix of two groups. You have League of Legends players who are speed typing flaming monsters, and you have CS:GO players who are violent toxic monsters, and you put them all in a voice chat and said, "Go get each other." It's awful. I have been called in like the year I've played Valorant, I've been called more slurs than I have in the other 26 years of my life. It's brutal out here. So, in an effort to fix that, and like this is something that's been documented. We talked about on the show before. Valorant dev members have talked about how they have been harassed off of the platform that they fucking made. Like, and it's simply brutal. It's sexist, it's homophobic, it's racist, it's cruel and unusual punishment. So in an effort to fix that, Riot Games said, "All right, since you can't play nicely, we're taking away your voice chat, like anonymity, and your ass will get banned from using for using voice chat and being a bad boy." Now, what's going to happen out of this? One of two things. One, fucking nothing. Or two, everyone will be banned from Valorant. As currently, I don't know if it's accurate this month, but like a couple months ago, there was a thing saying Valorant is now the number 2 most popular game in the world. If this actually happens, that will no longer be true. Damn. Because half of the player base will vanish into the fucking wind, just like the Avatar motherfuckers. I don't doubt that they are putting a lot of effort into making this a system that works. I doubt this system will work. And will it lead into some bans? Yeah, sure, probably. But like, it's a thing where, like, in League, you're more likely to be banned for defending yourself from people screaming at you from toxicity than the other way around. So, like, I just don't simply trust Riot's ability to make a system that's going to work here, especially one that's going to work over voice chat. Are they going to transcribe what people say? That's going to cost a fucking bajillion dollars. So,
yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah. It's exactly like you said. It's interesting, and I'm very curious to see how it tunes out. But the chat loved your rant there.
Rant? I got him.
Snowcat gives you a point for the lead-in. Category Ace backs that up. Suniyama backs that up. Queen Jazzy Art backs that up. Sluggy McSlug gives a point to Chris for the intense immersive speech. And Bear and Play gives a point because you're sexy. I mean, you had a good opening.
I can't wait to tank it in the second half, baby.
Well, Beck does take away a point for your opening statement about Beck and Ron Gilbert. And Akai Cheetah takes away a point from David. So
yeah, get him. He'll never see it coming, just like Persona.
Elise, I believe you are next up in the order. What would you like to talk about?
Hey, y'all heard about this little province a little bit to the east of here called Quebec?
Elise, I'm American. I don't know what the fuck a province is.
So Quebec is the French province in Canada. They're like, Quebec is like completely French, and then New Brunswick is like literally the only officially bilingual province. Anyway, off topic. Quebec hates immigrants is the main thing. Quebec recently, okay. A little bit of backstory. A few years ago, there was the provincial election in Quebec, and they elected the pretty new party, the CAQ.
Sorry, the what?
The what?
The CAQ. I forget what it actually stands for. It's CAQ.
Fucking shit party.
That's terrible.
Are you fucking serious?
Yeah. Coalition Avenir Québec is the party, and they're basically like the far right party that hates immigrants and wants everybody to assimilate into being white francophones.
I feel like as Americans we can't criticize that.
Yeah, that's a rock in a glass house situation there.
So the news story here is that there is a new bill that was passed, a new law that was passed, Bill 96, which says that after 6 months, basically immigrants will have to use French to access any government services. This is like blatantly a get the fuck out immigrants, we don't want you here law. This is because a lot of people come to Quebec, learn English as a second language because that's like the langue d'oeil of like finance and basically every fucking job that is like an international job. And relevant to this is Quebec is, especially Montreal, is a huge like center for the gaming industry. A lot of people come to Montreal, get jobs in the gaming industry, learn English as a second language, and then do their job in French. And in Montreal, you can get away with that. Montreal like is a very bilingual place. You can absolutely get away with being English. You should learn some French because it's. But there's like whole corners of the city that are like majority English. My fucking grandparents never learned French and live like just outside of Montreal. And my grandparents apparently can do that, but immigrants apparently no.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a big deal. It's going to push a lot of immigrants away from Quebec. It's going to, the main goal of this law is to stop immigrants from coming into Quebec, or at least discourage them. It's like you're going to have to learn 2 whole new languages to live here for a lot of people who don't have like English or French as a first language. It's a bad shit, and it's also. So the reason that Montreal is a big like center for the gaming industry is because Quebec subsidizes the gaming industry like a lot. Well, the tech industry in general, a lot. Like you can pay people more for less money in Quebec than anywhere else in Canada, and honestly, a lot of places in the US too. Because like it's like something like 40% of. Or like 30% of like tech industry salaries are subsidized by the government.
Yeah. The reason this is such a big thing is like over the last like 2 years, I think like Quebec has become such a major place for game devs to pop up, and like a bunch of studios have been founded there. Because
Ubisoft is a huge one there.
Yeah.
Unity is in Montreal as well, as we just talked about.
And then it's like all these people just came in for these sweet jobs. Then it's like, okay, well, I hope you learn French.
And English, because your job is probably also in English.
Right.
Elise, you said something that I need to understand. You said that you have to speak French to use government services. So, like, if I want to call Canadian 911, 911, fucking, I have to speak French, or they won't come help me with my burning house and the Wolverine attack.
Okay, so here's the line.
Fucking Wolverine.
All government communications and services will be written in French. Immigrants living in Quebec will still be able to access government services and sites in English, but only for 6 months after they arrive. Following that, people will have to use French, essentially forcing them to use the language to continue to live and work in the Canadian province. I'm like 90% sure you call 911. They will speak to you in English because it's a fucking emergency service. Yeah. But like, go into a hospital, go to the DMV, go to whatever else like government service if you've been there for more than 6 months, and they will not talk, or like go to a government website in Quebec and it will be like all French and will not serve you in English.
The Quebecois government, enemy of safety.
Yeah, it's wild. But the chat loved it, at least. Queen Jazzy Art gives you a point because fellow Canadian. And Mackie, I assume this is in reference to Chris's topic. Riot's trying to protect its voice chat from racism and sexism. They can't even protect their own staff from that.
Fucking got him!
Katja Woodchuck gives a point to Elise for dunking on French Canadians. Suniyama gives a point to Elise Forensic Beck gives a point to Elise for being right all the time. Kitten Cake Pop gives a point for the valuable perspective. Streaming Our Way gives a point saying Elise is great and deserves all the points. Akai Cheetah takes away a point from Rob to see if we can go into negative numbers. We can actually. Wow, look at that.
Dick move, but yeah.
What the fuck?
I specifically added support for that.
In case we never use it.
Sluggy McSlug says insert extreme baguette noises for Elise. And Streaming Our Way takes away a point from me for mansplaining. I was trying to contextualize it. I'm sorry.
I think you missed a point 4 and away from me as well. Did you get the one Queen Jazzy Art and the one from away from me from category Ace? Because I made them hear about Quebec.
I got the Queen Jazzy Art. I didn't hear the negative, so there we go. Amazing.
Slug, justice for Rob. Justice for Rob.
There we go. Rob,
Thank you, Slug.
you're no longer starting in the hole. What would you like to talk about this week?
God bless. I wanted to talk about fucking League of Legends because, I know about 2 things, and one of them is League. The other one, I guess we'll have to go for this time.
What is
We're going to talk about the only good Halo game at the moment, which is the Master Chief Collection.
All right, take it away,
Right.
Rob.
And if there's ever been a better example of just completely tanking an easy peasy IP, it's Halo Infinite, right? And Halo Infinite is doing so bad, they're like, okay, we can't even try to monetize this fucking game anymore. Let's go back to that other one that's actually doing okay still. This one was so bad, we actually sent people back to our previous Halo title launch. Let's go ahead and put some microtransactions in that one. Maybe recoup a little bit of the losses we've got on this Infinite one, which I don't know if it's going to last infinitely at this rate.
Oh!
That's the problem is that's all I had to say about.
Oh no!
Man.
Do you want to? Because I didn't put this in, but also apparently melee attacks don't work in Halo right now. Possibly, kind of, sort of, and it's been that way for like over a month. And they haven't.
I was gonna say I want to say that I saw something along those lines, like in Halo 3, the melee attack would completely destroy somebody's shield, pretty much no matter where the shield was. If you were full shield or no shield, it would just eliminate your shield. And I think this one has it doesn't work like that. So the way that it's supposed to work, I think it has some bleed through damage or something. I don't know. It's been acting a little bit weird. Par for the course for this game. It's let's not only have very few things you can do in the game. Let's make sure the little that you can do doesn't work properly. Infinite. There you go.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Boom. Got him. Well, hey, the chat is all on your side with justice for Robs. Category Ace gives you a point. Akai Cheetah gives you a point. Sakura Baneku gives you a point. Oh, wait, says take away a point. No justice for Rob.
Okay.
Dan is a nerd gives you a point. And Mackie gives you a point for being on brand with his other favorite franchise, Halo. And thankfully, Neku can't take away another point, but they said this was too short, like Infinite's lifespan. I don't know if I mentioned at the top because we do have a bunch of new people, but you can only add or remove 1 point per round per person. So you can't just infinitely tank somebody's score like that or boost it.
You can give everyone a point.
That's true. Beck does give you a point saying infinite, and Akai Cheetah takes away a point from David to even up the scores. Damn.
They took one. I guess that can count for their second round taking a point away from me.
David, back around in the order. What would you like to talk about for your second topic of the show?
I would like to talk about a man with a mission.
Okay.
A man with singular focus. A man who cares more about F-Zero than any other person on the face of the planet. A man who bought $40,000 US worth of Nintendo stock, not as an investment. No. Not trying to get money in the long run. No, he wanted to just ask Miyamoto. Or I actually don't think it was.
It was
Miyamoto.
yeah.
I think it was
I
Furukawa. I think
yeah, I
Furukawa.
misspoke.
Yeah. The president of Nintendo wanted to ask that president a singular question: what are they doing with F-Zero? I respect this man. If I had fuck you money, I would do this to a few different places. Looking at you, Gilmore and Ubisoft. I'll buy stock just to bug you about Beyond Good and Evil 2 every single fucking investor call. If I had fuck you money like that. But yeah, this is just fucking funny.
It's incredible.
How much money does this man have?
It turns out, actually, only $40,000.
That's it. That was his entire life savings.
Yeah,
just gone.
He's broke now.
$5.5 million.
No, what a
yen.
baller! That's incredible.
Oh my god! Like, listen, I respect anyone with so much fucking focus and care about one thing in their life that they would spend this much money to ask someone a question about it. You're a little insane at that point, but I respect you. And hey, I don't think they put his name on here. Could you ask about Fire Emblem next time?
Oh.
like Fire Emblem, not like the Three Heroes.
We're gonna hear about a new
Three
Fire Emblem
Hopes.
game in the next 12 months, David. Like, it's gonna happen.
Ask about Metroid Prime 4, motherfucker. Where the hell's that thing at?
Yeah.
Like,
listen.
I don't care about that. I played Dread. You know how I felt about Dread.
It's not the same as oh my god.
Ah, my god.
And it's still Metroid. But yeah, like, this gonna be a pretty short and sweet one too. Like, the cojones, man, just to get on an investor call.
It's
And
incredible.
apparently, and this is what makes it like even funnier, that in 2019 there was another person who did something similar,
Oh,
who
really?
asked if there were any plans to remake the Famicom Detective Club series.
No shit.
Yeah.
They did get their wish. That's incredible.
Who actually got their wish, because Nintendo was like, oh yeah, we're working on a remake actually. But for that one, they said, we cannot tell you if there are any plans for future remakes or a specific game. However, F-Zero, they're just like, no.
It's not happening, dog. It's not
So
happening.
F-Zero folks, I'm sorry. I'm sort of included. I really loved F-Zero on the Super Nintendo. I didn't play the later games, which is probably why the franchise died out. Sorry. But yeah, we're not feasting. we're gonna famine for a couple more decades before Nintendo decides to bring Captain Falcon out of Smash.
Yeah.
They'll put him in VR.
They'll put him in VR.
Ooh.
I mean,
Not even real VR. They'll put a F-Zero Labo kit out. You can make your own cardboard. God, what's his? I think it's called the Blue Falcon. Is that
Yeah,
his
the Blue
car?
Falcon.
Yeah. They'll give you a little cardboard Blue Falcon. You can put on the VR glasses.
They'll give you know that Mario Kart one that you can like have the little RC car. They'll give you a Blue Falcon for that.
yeah.
Oh, but it's in Mario Kart still. It's not even a new game. It's just a new card that works with Mario
What's something
Kart.
called Mario Kart Home Circuit? It's just like
Yeah.
just a
Yeah.
new car for that.
Exactly.
That'd be cool though. I'd buy
I mean,
that.
that's actually pretty cool. Yeah, I'm talking shit, but
Catch up with the chat. Suniyama gives a point to Elise for encouraging that everybody should get a point. However, going to David, category ace in honor of our fallen hero F-Zero. Suniyama gives a point to David. Queen Jazzy Art gives a point to David for making this funny. Sluggy McSlug gives a point to David. But did they end up getting a response about F-Zero though? They did, which is no.
It was a no. It was a set
stop
no.
asking about F-Zero.
Yeah. And Beck
Shut up
gives a
about
point
it.
to David for annoying me. Which hey, thanks, Beck. Going around,
I'm
Chris.
Hello.
What would you like to talk about for your second topic?
All right, everybody, buckle the fuck up.
Oh no.
We're gonna do it again. We're talking about Cyberpunk.
Okay.
This one's fucking wet and wild.
It's a pretty
Yeah.
crazy story.
So, we're going way back. Cast your minds back to when this shithole of a game came out. It's buggy as all piss. Everyone's mad. And the I don't know president, whatever the fuck, something at CD Projekt Red does this like PR call, basically like film thing, camera saying, "We didn't know it was this bad. We're very sorry, but we're gonna fix it." They released that shitty timeline with no dates on it. Everyone destroys them again and again.
Bunch of yellow
All
papers.
deserved. Yeah. God, that yellow fucking yellow, black on yellow font. Never again. Well, as it turns out, there may be a reason he was so fucking blindsided, and that's because the company, I believe, is called Quantic Labs, not to confuse with Quantic Dreams run by Fuckhead.
It is wild, yeah.
Quantic Labs, a QA like outsourcing thing that CD Projekt Red used for the bulk of Cyberpunk, lied to CD Projekt Red about a couple of things. The number of people that was working on it. So basically, it's like, we pay you X amount of money. How many people will be working on our QA? That number was fudged. Mm-hmm. The experience of the people doing said QA, and also they had bug like, hey, QA person, you have to hit this many bugs per day. We don't care how big or small they are. Was like the mandate in Quantic Labs. So basically, the CD Projekt Red team is getting bombarded with all these shit bugs, like these small bugs that are just like, whatever, I found this thing because it's my quota. So they were fixing those little bugs that they kept getting, as opposed to like bigger, big ones, more important things.
The game running at all.
This is what CD Projekt Red claims is like it was a problem. Which, hey, if this goes to trial, like if these two companies sue one another, and like if that is true, and like they lied about the number of people and the experience of people, open and shut case, CD Projekt Red wins the trial. Moving on. But Quantic Lab says, no, how about fuck you? They're basically saying, no, we did in fact communicate to you like about the bugs and like how severe problems were, and like we gave you large bug sheets that were unaccounted for, and like you guys didn't do anything about that.
You didn't fix the bugs, yeah.
So someone along the chain here is full of shit. Is the important thing. And what happened is we all got a shitty game out of it. And I can't believe I'm going to say it, I'm going to credit Ian Gibson here.
Oh, no.
Because that motherfucker yesterday said, because he works in QA, said that like it doesn't really matter. This is still CD Projekt Red's fault, because even if it's an outsourced company, for QA, you should have like stand-ups and meetings with that QA team regularly to communicate what's actually going on. And just he uses the term over the fence. Just tossing the game over the fence and saying let QA buzz through it, right. That's bad game design. And even if CD Projekt Red was in a massive crunch, which they were, that's not really an excuse, and it's definitely a fucking problem and lead to the bad game. So yes, CD Projekt Red will probably win if this becomes a court thing, because false advertising is false advertising. But they're still at fault here. Fuck them. Don't let them get away with anything based off of this bullshit.
Yeah.
Fuck them.
Oh, wrong button. It does seem like you said, there's a lot of miscommunications here, and at the very least, again, it seems like the higher ups at CD Projekt Red have some things to answer for that they are not. Streaming Our Way gives you a point, saying again because cute, but also because he bought me soup.
Did buy soup, it's true.
Nice. Category Ace gives you a point for being the funniest guy on the stream, according to my boomer parents and me.
Oh no, I can't be popular with old white folk. I'm a bearded white man. No, I'm being fox snoozed.
Well, hey, Beck takes away a point for mentioning Ian Gibson.
Understandable.
Akaichida takes away a point because, I don't know, 24 is a lot of points. Well, how about 26 now? Baron gives a point to Chris because, yeah, fuck him. Suniyama gives a point to Chris, and Sluggy McSlug gives a point to Chris, or takes away a point from Chris, even out the scales of the universe. Well, there's still 2 more rounds.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, 2 more people to go. I gotta do 2 more topics.
No, God, no.
I'm leaving. I give up. I surrender.
Are there enough topics to even do that?
No.
And Dorky gives another point, saying, I just like the ding noise, so here's one for Chris. There you go.
Give that point to me, then.
Elise, what would you like to talk about for your second topic of the show?
All the good ones have been taken. Let's talk about Ron Gilbert.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This one's kind of sad.
Yeah. Hey, people, stop fucking harassing game developers on Twitter and elsewhere, just in general. Maybe stop harassing people is the main thing. Basically, the story here is Ron Gilbert is no longer, who is the creator of the new Return to Monkey Island game, also the creator of the old Monkey Island game, is getting a bunch of terrible things said about him in like replies and stuff, because some gamers don't like that the look of the new game is different from the look of the old game. The look of the new game that's coming out maybe sometime this year, maybe early next year, we don't know exactly, is different than a game that came out 30 years ago. I believe Monkey Island came out in 1994.
Yeah, it's
maybe 93.
Yeah,
so basically 30 years ago. I want to tie this into something that happened about 2 weeks ago in the Destiny community, where one of the sandbox leads basically said in a reply that an exotic armor piece from Destiny 1 was not going to come into Destiny 2. So one that like people have been talking about for a while, it's the Twilight Garrison, I think, which basically gives like one of the classes the ability to dodge in the air. It was a big thing in Destiny 1. People have been asking for it in Destiny 2. This guy basically said on Twitter, hey, that's part of a different class's identity now. Don't expect it. And a subsection of the community just absolutely reamed him in like and like sent fucking death threats and like everything. A bunch of bad shit. To the point where he just like deleted his Twitter.
Yeah.
And like the entire fucking Bungie like team was like, hey, stop fucking like be cool. Like shut the fuck up. So I just want to say like, hey, people are making like really cool art. Maybe be cool about it. Maybe like actually appreciate them for what they're doing, because like this Return to Monkey Island game looks really cool. This guy, I forget his actual name, but the sandbox lead is like doing a lot of cool shit at Destiny. Like that's a great game. Maybe like actually let them do their jobs and be nice to them.
Yeah, it's
Dread it, run from it. At least we'll find a way to talk about Destiny. Sorry, real fast. I don't think we took enough time to mention the quote, "The joy of sharing is gone from me."
Has been driven from me.
It's incredible.
It's such a good line. What a the joy of sharing has been driven from me.
That sounds like a fucking line from like the creature of Dr. Frankenstein.
Yeah.
I mean, listen, the man's a good writer.
The man is a good writer.
No, it really is.
It's a good writer.
It's a heartstrings.
Yeah,
but it's awesome.
Yeah,
I'm shutting down comments. People are just being mean, and I'm having to delete personal attack comments. It's an amazing game, and everyone on the team is very proud of it. Play it or don't play it, but don't ruin it for everyone else. I won't be posting any more about the game. The joy of sharing has been driven from me.
You know, he hit send, and he felt so fucking cool.
I don't think so. I'm pretty sure this man is genuinely depressed.
Exasperated, yeah.
Yeah,
You don't write a line like that and not have a fucking boner afterwards. We all know how it works.
Okay, well,
Chris, what is your writing process?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
I don't write anything. I just come here and I spew my nonsense.
no. When Chris writes his little weird shits for his lists, then he's like, when he actually writes a good one, he's like, fuck.
Yeah, and then I send it in the Discord and I wait for my approval from people I know on the internet.
Yeah, that's true.
Like a normal human being.
Yeah.
That's what I do.
Let's catch up with the chat really quick. Tsuneyama gave a point to David because he wanted one, and Dorky as well. Beck gives a point to Elise for talking about the most important topic.
God damn it.
Dorky also gives a point to Elise. Tsuneyama took away a point from Twitter for being asshats.
Understandable. They
There you
deserve
go.
it.
Yeah.
Streaming Our Way takes away a point from Chris for interrupting Elise. Jason gives a point. The point thing is broken, but give a point to Haya. What do you mean the point thing is broken?
Does it have a limit on how much it can be used, like in succession?
Oh, it
there
does.
There might be actually.
There is a limit for the stream. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, y'all can use the highlight messages. They look the same when I'm looking at them. And Snowcat
I'll see
gives
if I can change it while you're in flight.
Sure.
Should
And
be
Snowcat gives a point to Chris for the reference to Frankenstein.
Say, aren't you next?
You're
What?
next.
Yeah, you're the last person.
You go? Yeah.
Oh, we've already. Okay, sure. I thought everybody else.
Did
Never mind,
you
whatever.
spend that whole time thinking you had more time to think of a topic?
Yeah.
I was
Oh,
definitely
listen,
like
done
reading
that
some of the
before.
topics. Let's not worry about it. Let's not worry
Rob,
about it.
what would you like to talk about for the final topic of the show?
We are going to go to Ubisoft will set its own virtual world on fire to raise awareness for climate change.
Oh, okay. I kind of didn't think this topic was going to get picked, but yeah. Take it away.
Okay. So I don't know anything about Riders Republic. I know the only thing I know about climate change is it's on its way, right? If not here to stay already.
What?
Okay. But, and Chris touched on this a little bit earlier, talking about Valorant. Gamers are not great people, right? For
Uh-huh.
So
I like
to
it.
say
Go on.
Yeah.
we're gonna raise awareness for this awful thing that's about to take place
Mhm.
with the gamers.
Mhm.
I'd be surprised if the response to this wasn't, "Why is this shit fucking closing off parts of the track?
Yep.
Why is it decreasing my FPS because it's got to render all this shit?
Mhm.
I'm gonna go outside and start a fucking fire because I'm pissed at these game devs for trying to raise awareness for something impacting my life, making me think about being a better person."
Mhm.
Gamers hate that shit. Only thing they hate more than being told to be a better person is when somebody else takes action to be a better person and is like, you know what? Let's be a little more inclusive with our game. Oh man, they kill people for that. Okay, they do not like that shit. So this is almost, kind of a little the game devs jacking themselves off. They're like, oh, look at this nice thing we're doing. I'm sure the gamers are going to put them in their place here soon. You don't have to worry about that.
Jesus Christ.
We literally just talked about gamers sending people death threats for development choices.
Yeah.
We just
Yeah.
it's gonna happen again.
Yeah.
Game devs just seem to think like they have the power over the players, and it's like, no. We gave the power to the players a little too long ago. It's over for you guys.
Fuck you, GameStop.
We can't take it back now.
Now, Zach, when someone tweets saying, "Hey, I'm so mad they the wildfire messes up this part of the map,"
Mhm.
you owe Rob a pizza.
Rob?
He
I
fucking
owe
called
Rob
it.
a pizza. I heard you will rob a pizza, and I was
You-
like, I can steal a pizza. I don't think I
You'll
can
steal
rob
a pizza and give it to Rob.
That's fair.
You hold a
Yeah.
pizza up at gunpoint and take its pepperonis. That's why you rob a pizza. Somebody did that to Chris's pizza a few weeks ago, you know?
That's
Never
true. Well, hey, the chat loved that, Rob. Akai Cheetah.
Also might be more than usual because they are only 100 for a limited time.
Yeah, that's true too. Kai Cheetah gives a point to Rob because he only has 10 points. He's got to catch up. Infamously, Dorky gives a point for Rob saying gamers are not people. Category Ace gives a point to Rob for the balls to pick a topic he knows next to nothing about.
Most times.
Streaming Our Way gives a point to Rob for facts. Dorky's actual point is for Rob is correct and deserves points. And Mackie gives a point for calling gamers out. Sluggy McSlug gives a point to Rob. Global warming do suck, just like gamers. Beck gives a point to David for fixing the point thing. And Snowcat gives a point. It says, I think the lesson from today's stream is that gamers suck and we should become a non-gaming channel immediately.
True.
I wish.
actually.
I wish. And Yang gives a point to Rob because climate change.
It's
Damn.
real.
It's so I've heard.
Despite what Fox News would tell you, it's
Yeah.
real.
Well, folks. Sunyama gives another point to David fixing the thing. Well, folks, that is going to do it for this week's stream, which does mean, actually, for the first time in a long time, I think, this week's David, Rob, and Elise, it's time to go home and become family, folks, because this week's winner is Chris. Chris, are you ready for your minute to win?
Oh, Zach, I assure you I'm ready for my minute to win it because you, my friend, you forgot to include something in the news topics here.
Oh,
but
boy.
don't worry, I'm here to fix that.
Okay.
Am I in the minute to win it thing yet?
Uh-huh.
Folks, it's time for a Skull and Bones watch.
Oh, no.
Skull and Bones is coming out in November, folks. It
God.
leaked. Well, it didn't leak. They posted shit that said, "Hey, it's coming out in November," and by that I mean like they posted like the DLC and shit like that, including the Bloody Bones Legacy mission and the Ashen Corsair mission and the Smuggler's Pass token. What does any of that mean? Who gives a shit? But Skull and Bones is coming out, folks. You thought I'd miss this bit? It's not the stupid fucking theme park I got to talk about. This one's actually somewhat kind of funny because this game's probably gonna flop, and I love they spent a decade on it. Anyway, that wasn't a full minute. So you guys want to talk about the Chris Pratt thing? I think it'd be fun if we all did a voice attempt at what we think Chris Pratt's new voice will be for Mario.
Okay, sure. Yeah, we
wow.
can do that really quick.
It's gonna be something we've never heard before.
It's gonna be his voice, but just changed a little bit.
No, I think it's gonna be, "Hey, it's me, it's Mario. Get these fucking Koopas out of here."
Come on, let's go do the Mario.
Hey, I'm walking here.
I'm walking here.
I'm walking here. Hey, it's me.
Yoshi, why'd you fuck my wife?
Yoshi, who yabba dabba did it?
Donkey Kong didn't come by with my weed.
Yoshi, watch where you're putting your tongue.
Yoshi, I haven't even opened the peanut butter jar yet.
That fucking sucks.
Oh, yeah.
No, it licks.
Oh my god.
yeah.
God.
No.
This happens when I win, motherfucker.
Well,
Bulletproof, baby.
I miss when Rob and Elise win.
What about me? Wait a minute.
What about you, dude?
You talk
Get the
about,
fuck
you talk
outta
about
here.
anime. It's cool. It's good.
Yeah, so why don't you miss what I
You know what? You're right. I do miss that too.
I miss when anyone but Chris wins.
Yeah. We should do that more often. Hey, folks. Thank you all again to the 44 people who watched this live this week. That's buck wild that y'all came because I made a mistake, but you actually stayed through the rest of this. That means a lot. This is definitely the biggest viewership that we've had for one of these. So thank you. I hope you enjoyed it. You can also catch it on podcast services, posted the very following day, as well as our YouTube channel. So go check that out there. We do it each and every week, well, every other week, and then we also have the Save Data Cast, which is our other gaming podcast.
Which you should also tune in for on the alternating weeks.
Yeah. And if you do go listen to those on podcast services, please rate them because that helps us out immensely and costs you nothing.
More than you could ever comprehend. It helps us.
Yeah. But folks, that's going to do it for this week's Around the Monitor. Other things to plug, please go check out the WWE 2K22 stream. Please go check out the Chaos per Jeopardy. A lot of people have, which is amazing.
It's the second most viewed Chaos Jeopardy already.
Yeah, crazy.
It'll be the first most viewed in like an hour and a half.
Crazy.
Bridge's numbers.
Bridge is ratings. Which is now
The demo god.
Now he's gone for 2 weeks. We're gonna lose everything.
Shut it down. Channel's over, folks.
Anything else we'd like to plug?
Nothing for me.
Yeah.
The hopeless pursuit of romance.
Always.
Can I unplug that?
Yeah, you can plug twitch.tv/streaming our way instead.
Oh my god.
There we go.
Yeah. Hey, go. Generally, do go check them out. That's Chris and Vic. They're great. They're good people. But until next time, folks. This has been Around the Monitor.
A ding, ding, ding.